That I'm most curious about are like these random celebrity posts that end up getting people in trouble. Like I'm looking at your page now. Jennifer Hudson sued $175,000 for a post. How the hell does that happen?
I think if I remember that one correctly, it was a copyright issue, and that's another big area, and a lot of issues come up in marketing online. The thing, the Jennifer Hudson thing is like one of a string of these sort of copycat lawsuits where a lot of people will naturally think that if someone takes a photograph of me, I can post that photo of myself. But that's not true because whoever took the photo by default owns the copyright to the image, even if it's of me. And so there are people out there.
Out there and advert, but they can't go out there and put you in a commercial using. They can't use your
Correct.
likeness to promote anything. But how do they?
Correct.
How do those two things coexist?
Right. So, in the context of the Jennifer Hudson lawsuit, she's got a paparazzi who took a picture of her, and and I'm sorry if I'm jumbling the facts. I should probably look it up again, but I'm pretty sure that was the context of
Nowhere.
that. But let's say I can address both, even if that's not what happened. But what I recall what happened was you got a paparazzi took a picture of her. She uses that picture of herself on her own Instagram page. There's an effort out there by a handful of plaintiffs' attorneys who will represent paparazzi and other photographers to bring copyright infringement claims over exactly this, because the photographer owns the copyright to the image when he takes the photograph. So absent some kind of licensing agreement, you cannot copy that photo and use it without the photographer's permission. And if you register the photo with the Copyright Office within 3 months of taking it, then you get to sue for statutory damages under the Copyright Act, which means you don't necessarily have to prove how much you're actually harmed. The law gives you this up to $150,000 for willful infringement, per act of copyright infringement. So that's how you see these lawsuits that come out of the gate with six figures in alleged liability for somebody using a photograph of themselves, which seems so backwards.
And they
And I
get
think,
fined.
what's that?
They win these lawsuits?
Most of them settle. Most of them settle. There's because you have to weigh the cost benefit of defeating this claim in court is going to cost somewhere, at least $10,000 to do it correctly and to do it well and to make it worth the effort of actually doing it at all. And a lot of times these lawsuits will start with some demand for around there. And so you have to think about, do I want to fight this and win this and go through the expense and the headache and potentially lose it, though, because the way the copyright law is written, it's like, yeah, this person has registered their copyright to this photo and you used it. And so you're really rolling the dice in a lot of instances as to whether the money you spend trying to defend yourself will be worth it. And the lawyers who bring those cases know that. And so they understand that most people, or at least a significant chunk of them, are going to say, fine, I'll just pay essentially the troll fee to make them go away rather than actually take this through to the end.